Join me on this road trip. So we just spent the last 20 minutes all outside. It is such a beautiful morning and we're getting ready to leave to Germany. Join me on this road trip of 2 days and 1,400 kilometers from southwest of France to the east of Germany. So if you watched the last episode, you saw me preparing the chateau and everything. So I have all my stuff prepared in this bag, all my goodies for eating. Also my dinner for tonight in Nancy and my lunch, sandwiches and stuff like that. And I just cleaned up the kitchen a tiny bit. Put on the dishwasher. The dishwasher is the smart one, so it actually just like washes and opens and then it's done. It's just like turns off its electricity. Did I see a wasp there? Maybe I should open the window. It was just a huge fly. So I think we're all kind of set here. I looked, I just have to put this on. I just have to put this in the buffet back there and then we can move up. So most of my things are already in the car except this bag, which has all my electronics and my stuff for sleeping over in Nancy. And I just need to put my wash bag in there. And this is also sorted and done. Well, just in case the weather is nice, I'd like to keep the upstairs open and all the shutters open as well. I'll just close the downstairs shutters and Alexi will check on the house anyway every few days. And there's Bob and Joe who live next to me, so if there would be some conspicuous movements, that's one of the things that I actually like sharing a chateau, is that you have neighbors who can also be aware of when something's happened. So, made the bed, all of this is fine. I did already go up into the second floor this morning and just made sure that all the chauffe-eau is off, all the water heating. And yeah, I think now it's just brushing my teeth, closing up my wash bag, and then we can start loading up the car. Just putting on my shoes, brushed my teeth, walked through the first floor again. Everything seems fine, everything seems good. Yeah, I think that's it, you guys. Yeah. And to take just a scarf, just in case, it's better to have one. And my hat. I have to take my water and my small bag, which I will put on here. Because I don't know if I filmed it, but a few months ago, or almost a year ago, I left for Germany without this bag, which has all my papers and my wallet and everything. Basically, it's my life. And I just realized on the way, right before Limoges, so I had to go back. I lost, I think, 2 hours. So that is all closed up. And it's just a week that I'm leaving, It's not like next time we'll be leaving to Germany. It will be for almost a month. So that will be more logistics. But I think it's also fine. Yeah, I think I've got everything. Here we go, you guys. Everything's closed up, as you can see behind me. Just the upstairs is open. And we're ready to rumble. Alexi will take care and have a look at also this little flooding moment we had in the last video because of the heating. But I turned off all the water supply for that. So it should be fine, but I just like to have an eye on it rather than coming back home to a whole big mess. See you in a week, Chateau. All right, we've got our room and we're going. This is like a crazy new one. We just arrived at the first supercharger. And we're connected. So our next stop is going to be Dijon. And now I'm just gonna have a bit of a sandwich situation because I'm really hungry now. It's lunchtime also. It's 12:30 and we've done a first stop. But it's really like a crazy fancy supercharger. So the car is fully charged up. And we are ready to leave, or actually I am leaving right now. Just need to see how to leave this place. And I thought I'd take the time, actually, the drive, and to discuss some things with you, different topics, different things that, you know, just have been on my mind. One of them is definitely my life choices. I just need to find my way out of here. Then I can talk more clear. Okay, I think we're getting there. I think we are getting there. She got very confused for a moment. It's the first time that I've actually taken this road, so a bit more complicated to leave here. How did I end up in France? Some of the older viewers might know that story already, so it will be a bit not so informative for you guys, but some of the newer viewers didn't even watch this channel. I mean, didn't even watch the first channel, because I did have a first channel where I was talking about chateau renovations and where I was following along, and when we were actually buying the chateau with my ex-husband. So that's how I ended up in France, was that I bought the chateau with my ex-husband, and I then fell in love with Alexi. And we were already we weren't really good, my ex-husband and I. I think I had a lot of problems within myself that I was fighting, and there was a lot of misunderstanding between us. It's fine. We've talked about it all. We're very good with one another, and we can speak openly with one another, and it's really like no problem at all between us. And we're still in contact. I mean, he gives all the yoga retreats and things, so it's not like, you know, it's not like we hate each other, not at all. And he's very dear to me still, and I think we have exchanged enough and we're grown up enough to know that it always takes two to make mistakes in a relationship, and it's not only the problem of one single person. So, you know, it is what it is. I think we just were broken to one point that we just couldn't get back together somehow. And that's how I felt. I really felt like I just couldn't get back together with him. I just couldn't meet him somehow. It was just too broken from my side, which is fine, which is fair, you know? But yeah, so bought the chateau with him initially, with the help of my parents. And then that went pretty quickly, that we had one Christmas there. And I already knew somehow, we had planned to move to France at one point. Not so soon. I think 25 was kind of our vision to move to France, to kind of get everything ready and then move to France. But oh well, you know how life is. It just takes you down a different path sometimes. I fell in love with Alexi, like I said, and we had a huge fight. We had a huge fallout with my husband, my then husband, and I went back to Germany, I think, just for one night. We had a terrible fight. I took all my stuff that I could find and could fit into the trunk of my car, packed it, and went back straight away after maybe sleeping like 3 hours on the floor in the kitchen. It was really horrible, but all I wanted is to be home, and for me, home was really the chateau. So it was a whole movie situation, you know? It was like these people who just like do crazy things, and I think I got up at 6 in the morning, I charged the car up, and then I went.
I went back to France, and I think I was so full of adrenaline that it didn't really affect me much, and I was really awake. And I think my husband back then got really scared at one point, because my parents were worried. He got worried at one point. He was trying to call me, and just to make sure that I was still alive and not, like, not gone into a ditch or something. Because he was scared that I was driving all this way after I had driven 1,000 kilometers up and sleeping for a few hours and then going back. It was all a mess. And then I ended up basically with this decision I took. I think that time it was totally clear to me. I'm moving to France. I'm doing this on my own. I do have support from my friends and family, and my family said I could stay with them. My friends said I could stay with them, but I was like, no, I think I'm gonna go to France. I want to make it work there. I feel like that's the path I need to go on. And it wasn't the first time. I mean, I'm an immigrant child, so my parents came from Poland when I was 2 years old, to Germany. And so I did know migration and immigration, and I did do it reverse for my very first job. My very first job at an opera house was in Poland, so I moved back to Poland for a year and discovered that, there were cultural discrepancies, and I grew up with different values, with different upbringing, because yes, my parents were Polish, but I was in a German society. So this does change a lot. So yeah, that's how I ended up in France. Do I regret it? No, not at all. Is it hard? Yes, it is. Absolutely. And sometimes it's just like, I wish things are just easier in 2s or 3s or 4s or however. If you have a family, then it's more, obviously. But I think that's why I also chose to work from the very get-go with Katja on these projects and on things like this, because it is just easier to be together in it, and you feel like there's somebody else carrying this weight. So yeah, I don't regret any of my life choices, and I think I can only profit. And is France my last stop? I don't know. I can't tell you. It's like nobody can foresee the future, and I love the Demi-Chateau. I really feel at home, but as I mentioned already in a few videos, would I love to have a whole chateau? Yes. The moment I can afford it, absolutely. I think that's what I'm going to go for. But this is going to take me some time. I need to establish myself. I need to establish my life. I need to, I've just been powering through like crazy. Ever since I arrived in France, I've just been like working. And I have not had a single time to catch my breath. So I think that's also like why I feel so tired at times, because I have a hard time giving myself a break. So I really need to learn this much better. And this is one of the life lessons that I think I really learned with this, because I was on the verge of burnout a million times, but especially in the dance industry. But this is different. But yeah, I'm gonna make it, I know. And I just need to carry on and do my thing and follow my gut and follow my heart. And I think that's what you should do as well. We have made it to Dijon. That supercharger was kind of hard to find, and I really need to pee. Oh gosh, that felt really long, but there was like 3 hours of driving. Oh, and I've already been driving like almost 6 hours now. The sun is shining and we're continuing down on the A39, which turns into A31, I guess. I decided not to take paid highway because merci. Because I'm getting tired, you guys. I'm getting really tired. So that's why we're going paid highways now to Nancy, which is just 2 hours instead of 3 hours. I just splurge right now. Just gonna splurge. I have just finished talking to my parents. And we're really halfway to Nancy. I mean, a bit less than halfway. We have 130 kilometers left of today's road trip until we reach the next Auchan. And there's a supercharger there. I'm gonna charge the car. We're going to get in and look for something for tomorrow because I have no lunch for tomorrow. So I'll try to look for something there. I have a craving for crisps, so I think I'll get myself some crisps. And yeah, and probably like 2 big bottles of water, something like that, for the next day as well, because I've used up almost all my water. And then yeah, we'll go to the hotel, check in, and let's see, maybe I can take a walk around somewhere. Really feel like I need to move. It's been like, you know, we started at like 9:30ish and it's 5:30 now. 8 hours, gosh, of traveling. Oh yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while, you guys. But oh well, it is what it is. It was just dragging out a bit, like this bit from Montluçon from past Montluçon to Dijon. It was like never ending. It was a bit more than 3 hours. So yeah, I think my usual route going through like Troyes seems kind of faster, but maybe it's also just like a illusion, kind of. I don't know. Maybe I think it is mostly an illusion, I guess. So that was 16 euros.
Pour prendre à 31, 21 vers tout le Croix de Metz, Nancy.
But that is why I usually do not take I reduce the highways, because it can be quite costly if you do a lot of tall highway. But, you know, like sometimes you can splurge. So that was like 200 kilometers on the French highway and on a tollway, and that was 16 euros 20 for that bit. Not too bad. I mean, there's other bits that are way more expensive, trust me. But yeah, now let's roll into Nancy. So we have arrived in Nancy at the supercharger, and the car will charge up to 100% here. Okay, I'm not filming much in here because it's just so many people and so many things. It's just so huge. It's so hard to... I think I found everything. You can't see the insides. I'll do a call when I come back. It's a bit overwhelming. That went smoothly. Like all the latest budget things. It just went like nothing. My coat and everything going up to the room. 211. 10. Finally there! I mean, it wasn't like a long journey. I'm used to this as a long journey, but yeah. So warm in this room. So warm. Yeah. And I see my car. There's my car. Look at the sunset. It's beautiful. It definitely serves a purpose. I just need some air in here. It's like, oh. But yeah, I'm glad. It's better to stop than to end up at the side of the road, like in an accident. Nice big shower. We're gonna have a good night's sleep and a good big bed. Perfect. I'm just gonna set up, clean everything, like take everything out. Oh god, I'm tired. Just taking a bit of a walk because I have not moved at all today. It's a bit like a weird neighborhood. I don't know what to make of it, but I guess it's fine. It will be fine. I won't be robbed. No, it's gonna be fine. But it looks a bit dreary. But it feels really good to move a bit after this long day in the car. I couldn't just sit down in the hotel room. I will sit down after have my dinner, and then maybe do a bit of editing, or at least like transferring the videos, and then watch something and go to bed. Because tomorrow I checked already, it also wants to do 2 stops for charging, but I will put a third one probably in to charge the car full before I reach Katias. And then we'll get to Altenburg in about like 8 hours again, so calculating 9. So I really want to leave as early as possible. It's a bit of a different kind of romantic here. I checked if I could go to the center of Nancy, but it said 1 hour to walk and 1 hour to get back, and that was just too much for me. That's why you'll get all of the brutalism of it. Oh, there's baguette in your way. I think this one's I even prepared for later already. It's a bit like blinding, this light, right? Oh, that's better. Found that light situation is a bit like, but oh well. Gonna have some dinner. I'm gonna watch a bit of stuff, I think. Came prepared. Got my own tea towel and everything. That's the thing we made yesterday. Or actually in the last vlog. Not in this one. And yeah, and then I'm gonna take a shower and probably prepare a bit for later. Like the sandwiches for tomorrow and things like this. It's done. Already checked again. And it says if I leave at 8:30 we should manage everything tomorrow. So let's hope so. But a good road trip is always nice, isn't it? I like a road trip. I feel exhausted. I really feel exhausted. I think it's been an exhausting few weeks now as well. So I really feel like it's going and coming and coming and coming, and all the time there's something. So yeah, and it's a different kind of road trip when you're going to work and not going to like a fancy place. But nonetheless, I like moving by car. I really prefer it, car and train to like plane rides. What I like about the car most is the flexibility. I take it whenever I want it. I can stop wherever I want, and it's fully in my control. And I know probably it's because I'm a control freak, but I really do enjoy a nice car ride somewhere, and like, yeah, just like moving through the country. It feels really nice. You really have the time and space because you have to concentrate on the road, but at the same time you can also think a bit. So yeah, I really like that. Just took a shower. Oh, it feels so nice to be freshly washed. And now I'm just gonna call Alexi, ask how his day has been, and then head to bed. I think I'll just transfer a bit for work, like a few files from the phone, a few videos. So that's done. Obviously get ready for bed. But I'll already say goodnight to you guys, and I will talk to you in the morning. You might think it's the next morning, but it's not. It is. What time? Wait for it. It's midnight. It's 20 past midnight. Somebody was smoking in the room and set off the fire alarm. So we just spent the last 20 minutes all outside in the cold, waiting for whatever to happen. I had just fallen asleep. Just saying. I'm so exhausted now, but I'm wide awake at the same time. So let's try and see if I can sleep. Good morning. It's officially the morning, and I woke up I think already at 6. I slept so bad. I think there were still noises. I don't know. I look crap. No, it really took me, I think, like half an hour. Just had fallen asleep when this alarm went off, and then standing in the cold for like half an hour just like woke you up completely. I'm gonna look for coffee.
found it. There was a machine down there. Oh, so good. Oh, smells good. Nice fresh coffee. Just like one small coffee in the morning. And then maybe I bought a smoothie yesterday. Also drink the smoothie. Breathe for 5 seconds. And then I think I'm really ready to go. Because there's no point in waiting. Just open the window a bit to get a bit of fresh air because it's like really, it's hot and stuffy in here. I didn't do a haul. I did mention it that I would make a video about it or record something. So I got this smoothie. There you go. And this is what I'm gonna have as well. And I found in the anti-gaspi, in the don't throw away stuff, the soyasan yogurt citron. It was a bit cheaper. It was €1.50, I think. It's just about to go off on the 8th, which is in 2 days. So that's when in France they sell the stuff for cheaper. So I'm gonna have it now. I can have it for my breakfast, I thought. I should have taken some muesli, but didn't think about it. But I still have baguettes. I bought 2 baguettes as well. And I just found like some vegan, spreads and things like this just to put on top because it's just the simplest way. 800 kilometers before us. That is really, really interesting. But yeah, we'll make it. We'll get there. Alrighty, I just brushed my teeth and packing up, and then we'll be on the road to Altenburg, and then I'll be done. Then that'll be like it for driving. And I'll have a week off of driving. And then I have to go 500 across country from Eastern Germany to Western Germany. And then I'll go 1,000 kilometers again from Düsseldorf back home. But that's not gonna happen until, for you, next vlog will be in Germany and the vlog after will be back in France. And I realized I didn't film any of this. Let's go, guys! I'm on my way, driving through the fog. Okay, we'll just be following that 831. Seems like it's also a free highway. That's good. It says 235 kilometers until our next stop in Germany. My mom said that they are having border controls in Germany. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, that would be weird. It would be I think we all got so used to the European borders being open and Europe and all the European countries being more like states where you can just drive through. That's really odd that suddenly we end up with borders. I don't know, it's very odd. Or border controls. So yeah, let's just see how that will be, because I'm coming up to the German border, I think in about 30-ish minutes, I guess. It's right behind Metz, basically, where we'll be shortly, I guess. Well, I'll keep you updated. What a warm welcome to Germany. So, German police, if you're watching this, you are the most unfriendly in all of the world. And there's actually really border controls. I mean, what's the point of Europe? It's just crazy insane. Why? Why is there a border control? And then the dude got at me. He made me feel like I was speeding up, and I was like, dude, I was braking, because he made a whole fuss about me, but you weren't driving 10. And I was like, yeah, but I was slowing down. You waved the stupid thing, to stop, and I was slowing down, and still you made I feel actually less safe around the police, I have to say, than I do without them in Germany, because it's just, they're so rude and so unfriendly, and they never help, basically. No, I've never had a situation where I've actually
I felt more unsafe with the police being around. That's the truth. Here we are, first charging stop of the day. Just stopped and branched the car. Oh, I think I'm gonna have a sandwich. We have just passed Frankfurt, and I was talking to my parents, and because it's actually quite funny, because when you cross Frankfurt from the west where I came from the southwest, you go through the airport, and there's one of the, because a big part of the airport is split by the highway, basically. So you have sometimes you have planes rolling over the highway, and there was an Air Canada huge Boeing rolling over the highway, but I didn't want to stop my parents, and I didn't want to be like, "Oh, please stop! I need to film this." So yeah, no, we've been past Frankfurt, and moving on to our next charging stop, which we'll reach in 49 minutes. This one was a bit shorter, it was 1.5 hours. But all honestly, after all those 3-hour blocks yesterday, I'm quite thankful to stop a bit more, because I am not a big fan of sitting, you know, when you know, you know. So yeah, I just prefer those like shorter amounts and then shorter breaks, maybe even. But I also didn't feel like I did really long stretches, but also not really long breaks. But yeah, that makes me actually arrive in the afternoon in Altenburg, which is quite nice. I mean, I will go to Katja's first, and then I will pick up some stuff that we need for the theater, and then we'll head on to where I'll be staying. That's the plan for now. So, but all in all, I think I still have about usually it took me about 4 hours to get to hers from Frankfurt. So I think, yeah, we're like kind of sort of halfway. I think, I don't know, I've lost track. But actually, right now, driving feels okay. It's just German traffic is horrendous. Streets are packed with people. There's so much, I mean, you could see there's so many cars, and people just drive like crazy because there's no speed limits on the highways. I mean, there is on some, but there are parts of the highways that have no speed limit. And the highways are in such bad shape that it's just no big fun. I mean, it does move a bit, and from time to time it's wide. But all in all, I do prefer driving in France, and well, I do love French highways, because I'd rather pay for a highway and have it all empty and nice and with really well maintained and good loos and everything at the side. So yeah, than have really just a awkward, not so well maintained highway in Germany. Yeah, I really think I do not glorify, I know that some people that leave their home countries, but then again, I never felt like Germany was my home country. I never felt that Poland was my home country. I mean, we had that talk already. It's I don't feel like I fit in anywhere. I don't feel any kind of national attachment. So yeah, it just, once again, all of this shows me, I think right now I'm exactly where I should be. French countryside, and in France. I don't know, I just prefer the French right now, especially where I am. People are so, you'll find bad people everywhere. It is what it is, you know? Just gotta deal with them, and you got to know that it's their frustration that they project onto you, and it's not about you. And to step away. But I do get very emotional and very but yeah, I'm getting so much better at just not letting it touch me. So yeah, I'll talk to you at the next supercharger, you guys. Oh, just stopped at this one. We had to go around a bit to get to this one because there was a bit of a road blockage. Oh, you guys, it's so packed with people. You don't see it because I went a bit to the green because it was just getting too much. So many people everywhere. Oh gosh, horrible, absolutely horrendous. Yeah,
But oh well, we have I think 20 minutes of charging here, and then I'll just push on. I really need to like put some air into my tires at one point. I'm just really tempted because like now everything is like packed with people. There's cars everywhere, even in front of the air thing. It was all parked, so kind of thinking, you know, I'm just gonna try and find a gas station on the way and pump up the tires somewhere there. But it's just really crazy. It's so full. Oof. I'm not used to that many people anymore. This is actually getting almost warm. I'm going to eat my second sandwich. It says 3 minutes to remaining to go on. Then I'll really go on because this is a bit too much here. I'm just really tired. I'm just really tired. And it's exactly what I was thinking, that the second leg of the journey is going to be much more tiring than the first one. The first one was tiring, but in a different way. It was much more empty, less people. Yeah, just a bit nicer. On the road again. We're all on the road again. So altogether 3 more hours, or 2 hours 50 minutes, something like that. No, 3 more hours, because next leg is 2 hours 10 minutes, 212k, and then we have just like 40 something k left. So that's fine. So that's why I want to charge up there, so I have enough charge when I'm going back. So like this, I can just like put the car there and not move it at all. Just talk to Alexi, and I'm just gonna keep on going. We are on the A4, and oh my god, you guys, the other side is standing still because that little traffic jam we got in was really huge on the other side. So the A4 is one of the highways in Germany that leads straight into the east. It goes all the way to Dresden and past it even. So all the way to the Polish border basically. And we are on this one because we're going quite a fair bit. We're basically leaving it at the supercharger, and then I think we've got a small stretch of like 40 kilometers of just little roads to Altenburg, because Altenburg is a bit like off. It's not that big. So that's the plan. Actually, like even like taking all of the odds into account and all of this adventure, it's still been a smooth ride so far, and it still feels like a fun road trip. Don't you enjoy this road trip with me? I find it cute. I find it really, you have actually really been good for me. Just checking in with you guys and just like chatting to you while I just cross Europe basically. It's been so nice. So nice. So this that you see ahead of you, this is Jena, and that's where Zeiss is also, and Jena is really famous for its glass and camera optics and things like this, and that's where they are all from. So yeah, it looks a bit dreary, but they're famous, and the town, I think the center is quite cute, and there's like 2 huge tunnels that you have to drive through, because one of the tunnels I think goes underneath the city basically, and the highway just bypasses the city like this under it. Yeah, just a few interesting facts here and there. So here we're splitting the 2 ways. One goes even more north to Berlin and also passes by Leipzig, but Leipzig is quite close to Altenburg. But Altenburg is south of Leipzig basically, so that's why, and we need to go more east, so we're pushing more east. And then we have crossed almost all of Germany. I mean, there's still like I think 200 to 300 kilometers left about till the Polish border, but we've basically crossed all of France and all of Germany. I mean, we're still missing a bit of coast in France, but we did like a whole diagonal,
And we also did a whole diagonal through
Prenez la sortie
Germany.
56.
I literally got so lucky. I got one of the very last spots here at the supercharger. It's so packed. It's just 12 stalls, so it's not so many. In France, the ones that are a bit bigger usually. So there are a bit more in Germany, but it's just they're smaller. I just didn't want to go somewhere else. So I'm just gonna let the car charge for a bit and then go on.
And here it is, Altenburg. We're going on.
Prenez la sortie 64.
We have made it. I will talk to you later because I need to go to Katja's place first. We'll pick up some stuff that we need to be in the theater already for tomorrow's rehearsals. And then she'll show me where I live for the week. And then we'll go for a walk, I hope. I just really need to move. I feel like I haven't moved in 2 days.
And suddenly you're standing in the theater, in the studio. Just got all the stuff in that we needed for rehearsal for tomorrow. Crazy. Life is crazy sometimes. It's Katja Babes! I just took a walk with Katja around Altenburg, and as you could see, it was really beautiful with the sun setting. Oh, it was really gorgeous. I love those really old, beautiful buildings everywhere here. Yes, it's a bit of discrepancy. You also have those really huge bunkers that are still left from the times of the DDR, where they thought it was very bourgeois to keep up those beautiful old buildings, and they didn't want them. But yeah, so I will end this vlog here, and I'll continue with the next vlog tomorrow, which will be for you air on Friday, because this one's the Tuesday vlog. I just have to keep it all in my head now. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you had fun on this road trip. I know that it was a bit crazy, and I'm just really glad that I finally got here. And it took me quite a while, 2 days precisely, 1,400 kilometers or even a bit more. And I have crossed France and Germany to get here. And now we can start rehearsing tomorrow. And also going to Leipzig, spending some time as friends as well, because we're best friends. So kind of always trying to make a mixture, make the most out of our time together. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Give the video a like, a thumbs up. And I shall see you very soon. And for now, it's à bientôt et au revoir, or auf Wiedersehen aus Deutschland, from Germany. And thank you again. Bisous. Bye.